All right, so what I'm going to try to do is get the seat mounted in here today or tonight, and hopefully the gnats and the mosquitoes will stay away and won't chew me up and eat me alive. I don't know if you can see me where I got to be to see me, but I'm going to try to get you just to have you look over my shoulder, because a lot of positioning the seat and everything comes from behind. And you got to use a tape measure, which I forgot to find. So I'll have to find one of those in a second. But what we try to do the most is find the center of the seat in the front and determine it off earlier that here's the center. Then you find the center back here, and you want to line them right with the steering column. And you want to set it right in here, here, and here. And then once you get that, and you want it as far forward as you can, so you'll have adjustments back if you got too much nose weight. And then there's a distance from the back of the seat to the axle. So you're going to have to raise it up as it falls down and sits on here. Now, I haven't set the cart completely on the table yet. I still got to take the engine mount off. But you'll end up measuring from here. Once you get it centered, what you find center, you'll measure it from here to there. Just from the edge of the seat. And we're going to put ours in about 8.5 inches there. So what I got to do first is get the engine mount off so the cart will sit flat completely on my table, because the bottom of the seat, a lot of people put the seat in right here on the floor pan. I put something in there just to raise it up just a little bit. I don't like it sitting all the way down, and but a lot of people do. And I just want to make this statement in the video. This is how I do it, how I've took pointers from people throughout the race, from the racetrack that's helped me and Luca get into this. This is how I do it. There's millions of ways to do it. There's right ways and the wrong ways. I'm probably in between the right and wrong, but like I said, it's up to you. These are just a few pointers that I have that I'm sharing with you guys. So let me get this off, and we'll get right into trying to mount the seat. So like I said, I want to get it in here, get it centered. One of the hardest problems I have, and I struggle with, is making sure the seat's in there level. Looks like it's in there level. Right now it won't go all the way up because it's probably the peg up here, forward seat adjuster. All right, back at it. These stupid bugs and around here. We had some little difficulty here, technical difficulties. But what I ended up doing, and what you missed, was I made sure that I can get these slid back and forth and side to side. They were kind of jammed up. Got them freed up and everything. So now what we need to do is get the seat in here, find center, and get it measured up from here to there. And then we can take Sharpie and mark all the holes and drill the holes. So, you gotta find the tape. All right, the tape measure, found it. Luca has the Sharpie. So like I said, we gotta make sure that this line lines up with that line, which is on the steering column. And pull this out. At 8.5. So, is that, go up there and see if you can mark that.
Which one? In or out?
It don't matter as long as it's marked. Just know which one you marked.
I can't really mark it.
Slide the bracket over. All right, now we're gonna get the drill. Drill the holes right there. And then we can mount those bolts and then come back, remeasure, and put our side pieces on. All right, so the bolts we use in the seat, they are Allen heads, hex heads. Then you put a big washer on the seat side. Then you put your rubber between the seat and the bracket. And then you got your nylon nut on the outside. So let's spin this around, Luca. Let's put this in. So now we got to come back here, and since those brackets up front will rotate just a little bit, we can spin this around to where now we can line it back up. And we got to remeasure to get our seat height. That right there will be your seat height. And we're still lined up with the post. So now look, we need to loosen this up so we can slide it in. And then we can put this one on. You might be able to mark this one over here. Go ahead and mark that side one. Let me get it measured again. Right there. All right, here's another thing you got to watch out. How the round part of the bracket here, you got to make sure it stays flat when you mount your seat. Because sometimes I've seen them mount it to where it's tilted up to where it's, caught here off the bar. So when you're putting it together, that's why you got to bend it to where it's flat against the seat as you're putting it in. So it still needs to be bent just a little bit more. Alright, so we got the bolt. Alright, so we're flat down here, and that gives us a little bit of room to slide the seat back and forth for our final angle, and hopefully this stays where it looks like the seat went down just a little bit, so we can turn it just a little bit up there and go forward. There we go, that's where it needs to be. How's our height back here? I think we can work it in there. Seat still needs to be twisted just a little bit up and over, right there. So we need to loosen this one up, Luca. We need the 7/16 socket. You got your marker?
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let me make sure before you mark it. Alright, right there. There you go, drill your hole. And the same thing with this one as the other one is keep this bracket flat on the bar. I think that's the best seat we've ever mounted so far. It looks flat across the bottom. We're centered on the bar. It's push as far as forward as we want it. I want to measure it after you put your weight in it and see how far it went down. All right, well there it is. I think it might need a little bit of more tweaking, you know, side to side, up here in the front. But that's gonna be it for this video. We get this one uploaded to you on how we mount the seat and what we do to prep a go-kart to get it going. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully, you know, you might beat us up too bad in the comments, but we really don't care because like I said, we're having fun doing this. And we might have to retweak it a little bit to get where we finally want it to be. But the next video will be us putting the body on and getting the decals and the wrap on the body. So peace out and see you in the next one.